car really is one step away from being dead.
So finally, the Lotus project, the Frankenlise, is moving ahead. I am actually heading today off to buy the bit of chassis that I need to try and fix the Frankenlise. Now, it's been a really frustrating wait, but finding a chassis or finding someone with a damaged chassis who's willing to let you cut bits off isn't that easy. So to be quite honest, I'm quite grateful that we have found someone. So I can't really complain too much. But yes, the wait has been really frustrating because, especially with YouTube, you like to keep things moving forward, and obviously nothing's been happening. I think it must be a couple of months now. It's been sort of every week. It's yes, you can come and get it then. And the thing is, this chassis was buried under a pile of stuff, essentially. So it required the guy that we're getting it off to use a forklift to move some of the stuff off it so we could actually get access to it. And that's been the root of the delay. But onwards and upwards, and the Ferrari, the heads are being done. I mean, I say this every time with the Ferrari. It's like, well, we're almost there, we're getting there. The latest was I took the heads to QV to have the valves changed over and lapped in, asked them to double check the heads, and of course the surviving head, which isn't cracked, which I also took off, it turns out it does need new valve guides and so on. So basically that's that really. So it means that QV couldn't do it, so I've had to take it to a machine shop, and they're gonna have to do everything to the heads now as well. And I mean, that's good in a way because the heads are going to be completely redone and like new, but in another way it's a bit of a pain because it's more time, more money. But anyway, fingers crossed with the Ferrari. The Lotus is moving on, the sun is out and shining. It really feels like a new dawn. This is going to be the puppy that's going to be the donor for the Frankenlise, and this is the lovely bit of straight chassis that we're going to be taking off. So it's this rail, you cut it there all the way, cut it down here at the end, and then remove it, which sounds simpler than it's going to be. There are a few issues, I think. I don't know. I'm going to get to it, start going. I've already cut out the plastic seal covering. Got to get a few more bits off, and this, by the way, is at ES Motorsport, and apparently they have a lot of spares. They have some donor cars and stuff, so if you ever need anything for your Elise, or I think Evora as well, for your Lotuses, they're a race. They run quite a few race teams, I think, in Europe, and Dave, who owns it, has been kind enough to let me butcher this donor chassis, and it is quite badly damaged at the front, by the way. It's not a mint chassis, but still. Let's get going. Okay, so I've made some progress. So this is now completely detached. There is an issue because this has a central rib that runs along it, and getting to that rib to cut it is a bit difficult, and I've already broken one hacksaw, so the angle grinder only goes around the outside. It doesn't go deep enough to completely cut that. The other slight worry I have is I think this is bonded to the lower tub all the way along, and where you can get to it, you can just heat the glue and it comes out nicely, but under there I'm not going to be able to get to it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing about that, but we'll see. I've removed all the sort of Lotus screws that they use for the assembly and detached this bit of the lower chassis. It only needs a very gentle warming up. Here I did it a bit more because there was just a bit of gunge of the glue, but apart from that, now removing these screws, cut all the way across the back. At the front there's that metal, that fin still that I need to do something to, but feels like I'm almost there. finally back home, and it feels like one of the biggest hurdles with this project is done. We have the bit of donor chassis. Now, it isn't just that this whole bit of chassis is going to be replaced, of course, because that would weaken what's there too much. So I think the plan is they're going to have to see when they get these, but they're probably going to cut out the most damaged bit of the chassis there, and then they're going to cut a similar but slightly oversized bit out from this lump, and then basically slot that in place. And it's going to be using the same orange glue that's used by Lotus and the same fasteners that Lotus use, which are sort of a special type of self-tapping screw. So hopefully, it's not going to be next week. I think it's the next week. It's the week after that it goes up there. So I'm hopeful within 2 or 3 weeks it'll be back and ready for me to just start rebuilding, putting it all back together, and then finally driving it a bit as well. So really good stuff. I can't wait. I've wanted one of these for a long time, and I really just want to get it going again. And yeah, can't come too soon. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do subscribe to my Instagram. That's that. And please do subscribe to the channel as well, and watch the videos if you like them. See you very soon.